Yeah, hi there. These comments are for RA, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You're one of my English language program students at California State University, and you completed online an integrated speaking practice test. So let's take a look at your specific practice test right now.
The reading passage and conversation talk about how advertising important for people's life.
No, how advertising is important for people's lives. So when you're using noun clauses, you want to put a subject and a verb in there. So be careful. And here's a key. It's not just why it's important or how it's important. They're talking about the political and the economic effects of advertising.
The reading passage gives example for how advertising important for politicians.
No, how advertising is important for politicians. So again, you're missing your verbs in your noun clauses. Be careful about that.
Because they try to use the advertising to attract people to vote for candidates. The speaker gives example about how advertising affect the economic.
So it's how advertising affects the economy. So if you want to use it as a noun there, you have to say economy. If you want to use it as an adjective, you can say they discuss how advertising has economic effects. So you're having some problems with your word forms. We talked about this in class yesterday. That was exactly the lesson that I talked about, and this is exactly the problem that you're having right now.
Because people try to buy the familiar products from companies which boast their products on TV or radio.
Okay.
Finally, advertising is the most important way to make people aware about candidates and products.
Aware about, I couldn't get that last word there. Hold on. Let me listen to it one more time.
But candidates and products.
So candidates and politics. But if you say it at the end, you would say maybe candidates and economics, not politics, because if you say candidates, that already means politics. And then if you say economics, that covers your second point. Then you have a little bit better structure at the end. All right, so let's talk about your score here. I think on this one, you're having some problems with your delivery. And with your delivery, I'd recommend a few things. I would recommend you need to go through a lot of my pronunciation lessons. You're really struggling with your speaking and pronunciation of American English. So a good start would be go through the lessons, sentence rhythm, intonation, and thought groups and blending. Those three specific areas you're having a lot of trouble with. And fortunately, I have some very good lessons at my online TOEFL course to help you address those specific areas. Now, my next suggestion is in your language use, you're definitely having problems with your grammar a lot. Now, I have to assume that you probably practiced this speaking practice test many times. Maybe you even wrote it down on a piece of paper and you were still having a lot of problems with your verbs in your noun clauses. As I said, you're also having problems with your word forms. So I'd recommend go to the grammar part of my course based on your specific areas. Study one of my lessons. It's called word forms. Study that. That's a big weakness for you right now. Also study noun clauses, and it'll show you how to form noun clauses correctly. Okay, topic development. I think you didn't quite get the main point in the beginning. So I would say in the beginning, say the reading and the listening passage discuss the political and the economic effects of advertising. Lay that out right away, I think, for your audience, and then you can move on to the main points in the reading. I don't think you covered everything there, so I think you were missing one or two key ideas from the reading passage. So overall, let's take a look. So this one, I'm going to put you at about 2.0 out of 4 or 15 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. So, speaking is your weakness. You know that, right? So, but you now know some things you can do to get better. And I also recommend watch TV on a regular basis, especially news, history, documentary, science type programs. Make sure you're reading newspapers. You're getting a lot of good reading practice. That also helps you with your language use problems that you're having right now. So you can get better with some practice. All right, so your grade here is 2.0 out of 4, 15 points out of 30. Now, if you go into the syllabus to page 9, 2.0, that's going to put you at 70% on this assignment.